This was a legit, international type pole vault competition,
Oh my gosh,
wasn't it?
such a battle. And I had a feeling it was going to be. I knew it was going to be tough, and with everything that's happened this year, with my Achilles and everything, I was definitely a little more nervous. I felt good. Obviously, I've had some good meets, but I feel as if I'm in May as opposed to, end of June. We need to be, primed and ready to go. But I'm just proud that I was able to stay focused, execute, and make this team.
Has your Achilles soreness caused you to not be able to train at all, or is it just constant interruptions?
Constant interruptions. I would have a jump session, and then I literally couldn't run or jump on it for 4 days. And thankfully, we really turned a corner a couple weeks ago. But because of that, my endurance, my training, my fitness is not quite at the level we want it to be, especially in a competition like this where it's going to be a battle. But the upside is that I do feel like it's the beginning of the season, and I just wanted to get through today, and then I'll be definitely good to go for Paris, because I am starting to get running workouts in, and I am starting to build that fitness back up. It's not ideal, but that's what the sport is.
But there's something to be said for kind of being on the rise and being enthusiastic going into Olympics instead of hanging on. Is it there?
Definitely. There's added benefits to both. I mean, it's nice to come in here feeling just super ready to go, firing on all cylinders. But with that being said, it's nice to know that I could still make this team, jump 73, and we're building and should be good to go for Paris. So yeah.
So Katie, when you did get yourself on this team, was it first a feeling of elation or relief? What was it that comes to you first in that moment?
Truly, they're very equal. This meet is so stressful. Having competed in the Olympics and in World Champs, there is nothing like this meet. It is the most stressful, it's the most daunting, and you just kind of have to get through it. And it's not the mentality you love to have, but it's just, that's the reality of it. It's so stressful. So I was so relieved, I was so elated. And I think after sitting for a minute, going for that next bar, the wind just was out of my sails at that point. But yeah, equal.
How do you keep yourself level? Because you were fourth at one time, and we've seen even just today some major world champions and medalists not make the team. So you maybe in the back of your mind you're aware of that, but you can't process that or don't want to.
Absolutely, but I knew there were a lot of really good things happening, and I really just focused on my execution points, my cues. That's everything me and my coach have worked on the past, how many years have I been working with him? 6, 7? And so I thankfully, just even though this season hasn't been perfect, it's the culmination of all the years we've been working together, and just focus on what I can control. I was on the biggest pole I've ever cleared a bar on, so even with everything going on, it's all good, but it was just a matter of just staying focused, and each jump is a new jump, and take what you get from the previous jump and apply it to the next one.
What do you want to say to the fans back home?
Oh, hi guys. Thank you so much for cheering me on. I could feel the support, and I'm just so grateful that I get to represent you guys in Paris. I'm so excited.
How does it feel to be an Olympian?
Amazing. Oh gosh, it's the best feeling. It's what we work our whole careers for, and this meet is so challenging. The women are so good. Everyone finds a way to step up. We saw it with Bridget had a great day. It's so tough, and I'm just grateful.
What does it say about the women's pole vault? It seems like all three Olympians, none of you were setting the world on fire like it's 19-year-olds or 18-year-olds. It's just been slower, steady progression. It's almost like distance running.
It's been really cool to just watch the overall trajectory of the sport. I think in the pole vault, it does take time to really harness the technical things and just build on strength and build on form and all of that. So I think, in the pole vault, yes, you see women come out just guns blazing right out of college. We obviously saw the Mole twins. Marin is doing amazing. But with that, it does take time to really dial in the cues and the technical things. And so it's not uncommon to see women just have, in the pole vault, a bit of a slower trajectory, but I would say mid-20s is where they can really.
This is an awful question, but would you go another 4 years?
I don't know. There's a very good chance that this is my last Olympic trials. I'm absolutely going through next year, and then we'll see. I'm just going to take it year by year. it's hard. It's hard on the body. It's hard on the mind, and we'll see. As long as it's still fun, if I'm still making teams, then yeah. But there's a good chance that this could be my last Olympic trial. So, but no promises.
Has it set in that you're going to the Olympics yet?
What?
Has it set in that you're going?
Yes and no. I think until I'm there, it's just so surreal. It still at times doesn't even feel like I won the Olympics back in 2021 because it's just so big and it's just massive. It just feels like there's no way that I did and made this team again. It's just, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Katie, it seems like some of the best in the world have also struggled with injuries.
Yeah.
My own Australian, Nia
Yes.
Kennedy, obviously
Yeah.
is one that's bouncing back.
Yeah.
Do you take note of that and sort of do you look at that and go, okay, everybody seems to be sort of going through their own things right now?
Yeah, it's hard not to because I love the sport. I pay attention. I watch the meets and I see who's showing up and who's not. I think everybody's got their own opinion as to what's going on. I think having 5 years of just constantly being on, because it was 2019 World Champs, and then 2020, even though it was shut down for most of the year, we thought there was going to be an Olympics, so we preseasoned like an Olympics, and then 2021 was an Olympics, 2022 was an Outdoor Worlds, 2023 was an Outdoor Worlds, and so I think when there's an extra oomph that you bring out of yourself in training every day. There's just that added stress that I think is just weighing on the body a little bit more every year, and since we haven't had that off year or down year, I think it's taking a toll on a lot of people. But with that being said, that's also sport. When we're pushing ourselves to the extreme and you're riding that fine line, injuries happen, and I'm just so grateful that, I didn't get an injury really that took me out until 33. That's pretty uncommon. So I'm just grateful that my coach knows what he's doing and I have a really good therapy support group, and yeah.
When you describe it like that, that's a lot of years
Yeah.
to be on. So
It's hard, yeah.
when you get to the end of this, and whether it's Paris or the Diamond Leagues or whatever you choose to do, how do you switch off? What are you going to do to relax and have some Katie time?
I do nothing pole vault related, working out, anything for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I just completely get away from it. I go hang out with my family and friends. I go on vacation. I just lay on my couch for a while. I just get away from it entirely, and it's nice because you can fully decompress and then come back pretty ready to go. So
Hey, best of luck at the Olympics.
thank
Katie.
you so much.
No worries.
Thanks.